This is Charlie Kao with TravelMole Media Group in Costa Rica at a rainforest with Jochen Zeitz, who is besides being the founder and chairman of the Zeitz Foundation, and sits on 9 boards of various sustainability foundations. He is the founder of Segera Resorts in Kenya, and tell me how that all came about.
Well, I became a great aficionado of the African continent over 25 years ago, and at some point I decided that I also wanted to become a resident and not just a frequent traveler. So I purchased a property of 50,000 acres in Laikipia, Kenya about 11 years ago, and nature has given me so much, especially nature in Africa, and I wanted to also contribute positively to sustain and preserve an important part of the biodiversity in this area of Kenya, and that's why I purchased the property. And I also believe in what you teach and preach is what you need to learn and experience on the ground. So the philosophy of my foundation and the long run initiative, which now has over 70 supporters and members, I wanted to also implement on, in a holistic way on the ground, and that's what I did on Segera. So our community, our conservation, our cultural, our commercial efforts, I'm actually implementing on Segera. We've opened for tourism a couple of years ago because I believe tourism is a great way to inspire. Traveling inspired me to become a conservationist and somebody who believes in sustainability through business, and that's why I'm also applying the 4 C's to what I'm doing on the ground, learning, sharing, building, growing with my bare hands, and not just sitting in a boardroom, and talking about it in theory. I think it's important to experience and practice it yourself, and to look at what's working, what's not working, how you can do better, and learning by doing. So I think I've understood sustainability much better by implementing it myself in the business I used to run, as well as in the business that I'm now affecting in Kenya, which has the primary objective really to conserve, to support the communities through our cultural initiatives, in particular in contemporary art, which then led me to build a museum in Cape Town for contemporary African art, but to also try and do it to sustain it in the long run from a commercial point of view. And that's why sustainability also needs to be sustainable from a financial point of view in the long run, which is, if you do it right, it's not easy, and experiencing that is just fantastic, and it teaches me a lot every day.
What would a visitor or guest at Segera experience and see?
Well, you would, depending on what you want to see, you would in a very playful way be introduced into the concept of the 4 C's. We have a Segera 4C newspaper, but everything we do, we are communicating in a fun way. So you will be exposed to all of our initiatives from a conservation point of view, from a cultural point of view. You see a lot of contemporary art exhibited throughout the retreat. You of course look into our conservation initiatives when you go on game walks or on game drives. We love to walk because we can walk on our properties with our guides. They tell you the initiatives we are doing around our endangered species, which are the gravy zebra, the wild dog, and the Patas monkey. Not many left in the world. But also our iconic species like elephant, lion, leopard, cheetah, and many more. So you experience it not just as being on a safari, but you also learn what's going on behind the scenes. So this back of house is part of the experience, and also living and experience the lives of our communities that are an integral part of the success of Segera is something that more and more people actually want to see, especially the ones that are coming back for a second or a third time, that have seen the lion, that have seen the elephant, but they want to see how does it all work together on Segera Retreat. And you can do it in a very relaxed way. It's not something where you always have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. It's something you can experience, during the day.
At your pace.
At your pace, and I think it's also important that we slow down from our daily fast lives, and really breathe in what's happening, and that slow life experience is important to us, and I think that's how you also then take it, not just as a tick the list kind of an experience in Sapphire, but something that may hopefully also influence you in your daily life when you go back.
Jochen Zeitz, thank you very much.
Thank you.